Marie Osmond has grown up before our very eyes ever since her first appearance on The Andy Williams Show in 1963.
She is the only Osmond sister. She has written a book about her 8 brothers, her 8 children, and her 4 decades in show business. It's called Might As Well Laugh About It Now. Welcome, Marie.
Hey, well, you could be a sister. Look at you.
I know you sound very Osmond-y.
Just like my cousin. Look at all these cute kids over here.
Yeah, it's the big brown eyes. Yeah, we have quite a crowd here to watch your segment.
How
Hello,
fun is
everybody.
that? Hello. They're all quiet. Hey, wait
it's
a
allowed
minute.
to say hi.
How cute are they?
So I love the story. There you go, they're alive. I love the story of how this book came about. Will you share it with us?
Well, it's interesting because I really didn't have an idea or even a thought to write a book, but my house burnt down. And in it, I lost 30 years of journals. And so Marcia Wilkie, who wrote my last book with me, I said, hey, Marsh, you know, she was our head writer on Donnie Marie, and she's going to be on my talk show. I said, you know me better than anybody. I said, can you help me just as I remember these stories? Because, you know, I just might forget them in a few years. And I said, I want my children to have these. Well, she went off and sent them off to the book publisher. And hello, here we are.
And here's the book.
But it's not, you know, I have been asked to write an autobiography and things like that, and we were joking around. I said I'm only half dead. And
because you turn how old then?
Oh, shush.
Come on.
She turns 40.
I turned 50 in October.
50.
And you know, I call it the female F word, but the but you know, it doesn't. It's not a big deal to me. You know,
this
my life
is 50,
is full, and I you know, I love life. It's not, of course, growing up in my industry and being you know, 25, you're considered old, and I'm here to tell everybody that that's not true. You know, age doesn't matter. I've 45 years in this business, and I'm proud of it.
This is my question. You're a little kid. Go back to Andy Williams. You are on television all the time with your brothers. You and your brother have a talk show.
It's a nightmare, isn't it?
But how old were you when you first started to do that show?
I was 3.
With
Donnie?
Yeah.
Oh, I was, let's see, we were 14.
14 years old.
14.
Did you ever have a childhood? Did you ever have a kind of normal teenage time?
What do you think?
No.
You know, I tried to make it as normal as possible, but no, absolutely not. You know, you write in the book, it's a book about attitude. It's a book about, you know, yeah, I mean, I've been through a lot of things, whether it's, you know, abuse in whatever areas, you know, issues, producers taking me out in parking lots and telling me, I mean, I'm 5'5" at that time and 110 pounds. I mean, ridiculous. And they say, you're an embarrassment to your family, and we're going to cancel the show, and your 200 plus people are going to lose their jobs because you can't keep food out of your fat mouth. So you develop head issues at 14. And so, you know, going through the eating issues and the dieting cycles and, you know, learning whether it's passing out on Dancing with the Stars or whatever, you just learn to get up and keep going and getting through life, whether it's divorces or children struggling or whatever it is. You know, I was raised by a mother who taught me to have a positive attitude.
You credit your parents for a lot in the book. They were very walk-the-line people, weren't they?
Well, especially in there, I talk about my dad. I talk a lot about my mother in my first book. But, you know, men, growing up with men, I think I understand men. My problem was I just assumed everybody was like them. But I have amazing brothers, amazing father. And he was always attacked as being this, you know, domineering, controlling, you know, stage father. And I wrote in there that, you know, it was really difficult for him. He sacrificed everything. I think men, as they get older, it's like, well, these are my accomplishments. And he gave that up to, you know, make sure his children succeeded. We had the awards. We had the gold records.
Well, you were his accomplishments.
And we, yeah. But still, at the end of his life, it was, you know, he's an amazing man.
I'm going to fast forward to Dancing with the Stars because you go on the show.
You do?
I do.
I think he's about to ask you to dance.
Come on.
No,
Paso Doble, you're the bull.
Let's see it.
I'll be the Kate. Go.
He's blushing. That's rare. That's rare.
I love it. You were really rediscovered. I mean, all of a sudden, everybody in the country is paying attention to you. You're on Entertainment Tonight every night of the week. That really was a shot in the arm for you.
Well, I think it's going to be interesting that when I die, my most memorable moment will be on the floor, and I don't remember it. But,
I know, they used that to death, that clip.
well, you know, what was fascinating, I think, is because people realized during that period of time, my father died. My son went into rehab, went through a very public divorce, and there were times that I kept saying, this is a television show. I mean, enough. You know, I'm going to quit. Losing my father was the most difficult. and then having to go out and do 2 dances and having, you know, the judges be ridiculous. I just want to slap them. But they, and also too, I think I was the first celebrity that actually kind of just got back in their face a little bit, because it's a TV show. Come on, it's ridiculous. And
it really worked for you, though.
I know, and now you have a show on
I had
Vegas,
fun,
a talk
you know,
show.
and that's the whole point. Is I got thousands of letters from people saying, a 23-year-old who said, you know what, I was going to quit my finals. It was so hard, and I saw you didn't quit, and I thought, oh shoot, now I can't quit. No. But you know, there's so many great people out there, and I don't care if you're a celebrity. I don't care what you do. We're all people. We all go through life, and it's about attitude.
So glad you didn't quit.
They say it's the early show, but I think it's the really, really, really late show, because I haven't been to bed yet.
There you go. It depends on your interpretation. All right, can I be Tom Bergeron, my friend Tom?
We don't have any
Tom.
music.
Yes, be Tom.
So what? You're
We
going to
don't have
dance.
music.
You're going to dance. Now, dancing the Paso Doble, Marie Osmond and her partner, Harry Smith. Come on, give me a little song.
Come on, baby, go.
Oh, no.
You're the bull. No, you're.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Wait, wait.
Check you out. Okay, you ready? Are you gonna dip me? Wait a minute. Who's leading? Woo! Now watch right here. You ready? Flip. And dip.
Yeah! Oh!
Grace!
Lawsuit! Lawsuit!
You went like a bull
Unbelievable.
in Spain. I felt like I was watching you. I'm Bruno.
And dip.
Here's my question. So you start to do this show and doing the Dancing with the Stars. You've done all this stuff in show business, and you and
Never
Donnie
danced.
have done. Well, you did little shuffling
We
around.
pointed in the 70s. That's all we did.
That was dancing back then.
Yeah, it's like this,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. Hello.
And that really changed your life in terms of all of a sudden the Marie who started on the show versus the Marie who ended was like this.
Well, I think that everybody was shocked how dramatic the weight came off. I was, you know, I've done Nutrisystem, but actually I looked at all the programs, and because in my family, women die a lot of heart disease. And my oldest boy came to me before that, and he said, you know, Mom, you're not going to be here for our kids. And my mother, on her deathbed, I mean, of all the things that you would tell your child, what would you tell your only daughter? She said, don't do what I did. And she said, you know, the world is so much more aware of health and you know, the ramifications. And she said, look at me, I'm trapped in this body, I can't even move. And, you know, it happened very subtly for me. It was 5 pounds every year, and we take care of our kids, we take care of our husbands, we take care of our brothers.
We don't take care of ourselves.
Mine can be exhausting.
Right.
You know.
Well, you have 8 children. I can't even imagine.
And so I stopped taking care of myself, and really it was a matter of, I don't know, it's different for everybody, but I stopped eating. I would be so busy. I'd get my kids off to school, then I'd have to run to work, and then, you know, you eat late at night, and so my metabolism just shut off. And so now, you know, it's back on, and I'm healthy and
how long has
happy.
it been? Because you're like this for how long now?
It took about 4 months to get it off, and then you have to see the Vegas show because we dance. I make Donnie dance in the show. It's awesome.
Hey, you know what?
He's lousy.
Last time we saw you and Donnie was back in the day. Can we run a clip from the Donnie Marie show?
Take a look at this. Take a look at this.
Donnie, I know you've got something in your jacket. Come on, what is it?
No.
Okay,
We want to be
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It's black, it has a white stripe down the middle, and people are terrified of it.
The Hollywood Freeway?
That's cute.
You know, I actually see the resemblance now between you and.
Look at see, we're just watching TV.
I felt like I'm a kid watching the
All
show.
we're missing is the popcorn.
You're a little bit country. We're a little bit rock and roll. Right?
All right, I'm going to start singing Paper Roses here any second now.
Do you know, isn't
right.
it funny? That show was dubbed into 17 languages.
I believe it.
And, you know, what was one of the things I wrote about, too, is when you come off that kind of celebrity. I was about 20, I think, 20 years old. I worked with Shelley Winters. And
Real quick.
yeah, well, what was interesting is here's a woman who had everything at the final stages of her life, and she was so unhappy, and it was all about her choices on motherhood.